to Creative Cooking in Ani's Kitchen. My name is Ani, and it's been one of them evenings for me. We had a marshmallow hot chocolate barbecue pit night out back last night, and I had 3 marshmallows. And the thing is that now the hot chocolate was sugar free, but the marshmallows were not. And the thing is that they were the really gigantic ones. But anyway, I'm paying for it now. My pancreas is mad and just swollen. I look like I'm about 8 months pregnant or about to give birth, but it'll go down. Anyway, I decided to make, guess what? Some some glazed apple cinnamon buns. So that they're called sweet buns, not the regular cinnamon buns. Although they're similar, but the recipe differs. And this is for Hubster to take to work. And they also got the pot of oxtails and soup beef bones that I just posted. So we had some for dinner, and we decided that was enough for us because it's very hearty. And we decided to go ahead and have him take it to work and share it with his co-workers. A good hearty soup. But, I could have frozen it and all that stuff, but we just wanted to go ahead and share. And we're also going to share these cinnamon buns. Well, sweet buns. Here's the difference, okay? First of all, we're going to put half a cup of warm milk in our stand mixer. Okay. That's half a cup of that. Here is the other half a cup with yeast that I had proofing. We're going to put that in there. Okay. Now in this yeast right here, we had half a cup of milk, 1 tablespoon of yeast, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. That's what I put for this. Okay. So we got our yeast in there, we got our milk in there. Now you need 4 egg yolks. Here are mine. We're going to whisk them. I can't believe it's 2:30 in the morning. I'm up here making cinnamon sweet buns. I keep saying cinnabons and they're not just cinnabons. Anyway. So we whisk the egg yolks. Pour them in there. Get all that egg yolk in there. It's very important. Now these were 4 eggs, 4 egg yolks. If you have chickens and they lay big eggs, just use 2 or maybe 3, because I hear they're pretty big. I was looking into getting a kennel or chicken coop, and there's just too much into it with those birds. They're very delicate. You really have to take care of them. You know, antibiotics, there's this, there's that, there's all kinds of stuff. I don't have that in me to do. You know, love your eggs. Though, okay, so we have that in there. What's the next thing we're going to do? Okay, so now we're going to add 3 ounces of melted butter. So that's 1/3 cup of melted butter, which is almost a whole stick, minus 1 tablespoon. Okay, we're going to throw that in there. What else do I have here? I don't know what I wrote down. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That's it for that. 1 1 tablespoon of extract, which I'm going to do pecan, just a little bit, and a little bit of the vanilla. I'm going to put all that in there. Fill this back up. Alright, 3 cups of flour. Oh, 1/3 cup of sugar. Just 1/3 cup. 1/3 cup of sugar. Alright, now all I need is my flour. 3½ cups. Okay, we're going to get our mixer out. Our dough hook rather. Okay, need some extra. Alright, so here we go. Low speed, don't have to go high. That's good speed right there. I think that's on 2. I don't know if you can. Okay, and then just add your flour and slowly. And you scrape the sides. You gotta do that periodically till flour gets stuck on the side. And it should be a loose dough, not hard. Not like when you're making bread. Stop this. That's what you want. And I'm going to put a little bit of oil in this bowl. Just take it, spread the oil, and we're going to take this and put it in here, and then we're going to cover it. I'm going to put mine in the oven and let it proof for 2 hours. Takes time. Good things take work, take time. Okay. go on here. And I'm going to put our mix. Stretch. That's what we want, that stretchy dough. That water gets on my nerves. Okay. It's almost out of here. It's very sticky. Sticky, tacky, stringy. Well, not stringy, stretchy. It's like that. Alright. See if I can get any more out of here. Alright, so we got our dough. Okay. It's in the bowl, the grease bowl. I'm going to cover it, put it in the oven, and put the timer on for 2 hours. Tea cloth, and in the oven. And put some hot water. Generate some steam. And on the bottom. It's almost time to clean the oven again. Alright, and that's it. That's all she wrote. I'll be back. Okay, guys. Now we're going to mix our apple, icing, and sugar. I'm going to melt half a stick of butter. Put these apples in there. I'm going to chop them up. I'm not leaving them whole like this. That doesn't work with sweet buns. Okay, so we're going to mash these. Put the other half in this cup because we're going to pour it on our dough when we get ready to assemble and roll. Okay, so we got our butter, melt that down. Okay, once you melt that down, I put butter in that pan. And then the apples. Now I'm getting ready to put a little bit of lemon extract. You can use real lemon, but I don't have any right now. And just squeeze it in there. So I'm going to cheat. A little capful. Okay. Oh my God, that smells so good. Alright, this is done. let that cool off. I'll put a lid on it while the dough rises. So the alarm on the stove went off, the timer I should say, alerting me to that the hour and a half is up on the dough. We're going to check that in a minute. Right now I want to show you what I'm going to use for my icing, okay? I'm using 2 tablespoons of butter, 4 ounces of cream cheese, and this is a ½ a cup of powdered sugar. Make it as sweet as you want. It is to taste. I may add more. I don't know. I'll see. But I'm going to start off with ½ a cup. I also am going to put in a little bit of my homemade vanilla. Teaspoon. And I'll be back to that in a minute. Right now, we're going to check the dough. Okay, we're ready to take the dough out. This is the pan that I'm using. I've already buttered it up. You can use parchment paper if you prefer. Let's check on the dough. Oh yeah, it has risen nicely. Pull it away from the sides. I really smell that pecan. Boy, that's some powerful extract. That pecan, pecan, that nut, that delicious nut. Alright, so we're going to take our French paper. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do that. I think go ahead and use our fingers, our hands. Give us some water. And make a nice square. Keep wetting your hands. You do that or just put oil on it. If you want to put a little flour, you can. Do you. Do it the best way makes you comfortable. I don't like adding extra flour because I don't want my dish to come out dry. Okay, that's square enough. Ooh, gotta patch this up. That's not a good state of mind or thing, condition to be in when you have a. All right, so now we're going to put butter. I'm going to melt the butter. It's a lot easier with sticky dough to spread. You just pour it on there. It's hot. It's a little hot, so I'm just going to drizzle it right now. Verse
14. And behold, to rob us. God told you what he was going to do with them in the prior chapter concerning Satan's children, the 14th.
Okay, now I think I can.
This is at the end of the millennium. If they do not come around to the truth, they're out of here. They're gone. You won't have to worry about the people that trouble us after that. But there is one big problem if you're not careful. Make sure you're not one of the tumbleweeds that tumbles off with them. No, if you follow them, you're going where they are going. And God promises, I'm going to do away with them. You don't need that. You need to love him and follow him. And many people would wonder how God could leave America and Canada and so forth.
All right, that's a lot of butter.
I mean, it's just, America's the superpower of superpowers.
There we go.
America, our forces make, even if you would, I'll say it, the return to Jerusalem possible.
Now we're going to put in
How could God possibly leave
a mix over here.
It's just that people don't understand the migrations of this tribe of Ephraim that God just came down on. He's, I'm going to scatter you all over the world. In our documentaries, we follow up and we find the signs.
This is brown sugar and cinnamon. There's a little bit of pecan extract.
Right here in this 18th chapter of Isaiah. Listen to it. Verse 1. Woe to the land shadowing with wings, which is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. Now, you place yourself where this valley is and look over the rivers of Ethiopia and go right on over. Where are you going to end up at? America. That's where you're going to end up at. And what about these wings, a nation with wings? What happened at Kitty Hawk in North Carolina with the right brush? Where wings were placed on flight, became a thing of action. But today we're protected by those wings. Verse 2. That sendeth ambassadors by the sea, even the vessels of bulrushes upon the waters, that invented the steamships, the sent ambassadors, saying, Go, ye swift messengers, to a nation scattered and peeled. That means tall and clean shaven. The word scattered is tall. Peeled is clean shaven. To a people terrible from their beginning to their end. Only a little over 200 years old and the superpower of the nations. An accident? I think not. A nation meted out and trodden down whose land the rivers have spoiled.
And spread that out gently.
The Mississippi.
Don't press down too hard, you'll make a hole.
This great nation. That part at and people would think that God would leave America out of the scriptures. What is this tall and peeled? Compared to some people, they're very tall, and they are, our troops are clean shaven, whereby the hygiene is easy to keep in combat, and in bad situations such as foxholes and so forth. Verse 3.
We got that spread. Now we're going to put the apple mix. Okay. I just put in the middle and then spread out.
What do we have in New York City that all these people come to with all these various states? The United Nations, situated right here in the good old U.S. of A. America. reaching out pockets and America is so blessed. Do you understand? We, Canada and America, grow enough grain
Okay.
to feed the world. We have given
Now you
away,
spread
we
your
send ambassadors and have
whatever mix you're using.
through Lend-Lease and other things
The
down
blueberries,
there,
strawberries,
supported nations.
just filled up with chantilly cream. You know,
we had just simply kept everything here at home. We know what
or
to do
just
with it. It's been so
old-fashioned cinnamon.
That's the way God operates. And when that trumpet sings, then that super
And you don't have to use cinnamon.
and her allies
I just felt like
are
making
awesome for us. Verse 4.
apple cinnamon.
For so the Lord said unto me, I will
Here we
take
go.
my rest out
It's
of
all spread out.
and I will consider in my dwelling place like a clear heat upon herbs. And will
Time to roll.
shower of dew in the heat of
Okay?
herbs. In other words, heat
See?
lightens the crop.
And
Produce.
now I need
That
a
we're
scraper.
in the heat, that the heat and the dew
Always roll towards you.
and produce. Verse 5.
Use your bench scraper to help you.
When the bud is perfect and the sour grape is
Okay.
ripening in the flower. Well, that's the sour grape. We'll bite into a genuine sometime. He shall both cut off the sprigs,
Make sure
clean hooks, and take away
a nice tight roll.
branches. He'll prune it. And he'll do it for us. Our Father is well in control. And our Father is well in charge. There were no accidents. Well, it just so happened this nation was situated just right. Oh, you bet it was. And it was planned long ago, right from verse 1, when God said, you cross through, look over out over Ethiopia. And actually, if you even look before the plates broke, that this plate broke away from that African God. And you don't believe that's true in God. And sometimes our people kind of go to sleep and do not stay on guard.
All right. I'm going to cut these and put them in the pan.
When somebody
Oh, my side is killing me.
blessing that is
Woo-wee.
to protect the people, the country, the nation, to take care of it unselfishly, to see that things are done right,
Okay,
as God would have them done.
this one.
What a perfect blessing that is. How precious that God is to those that love Him, those that follow Him. Verse 7. We can take this chapter. In
Let's
that
see.
time shall the present be brought unto the Lord of hosts of the people scattered in fields, to say Paul and clean shaven. And from a people
Three.
terrible from their beginning hitherto. That is to say, in charge and able to protect themselves. The nation needed out and trodden underfoot. That's to say that they would always be blessed. And God is His word.
This will make you 10. 10 cinnamon buns. Set them up straight.
And those ambassadors that are sent out from this great
Shape
nation,
them up real good.
again, all of
They
that,
seem
no
to be
accident,
fine.
written
Just like that. Okay, here we go. Time's up, proving's up. Ooh, look at them buds. And bake them. 350. Let's put some water on the bottom. Those are big sweet buns. And they'll bake up nice and fluffy. Now, you can sprinkle some more cinnamon or whatever you would like. add the rest of this butter on down. Okay. Let the oven heat up to 350. Okay, so let's move on to the icing. As I explained, I got 4 ounces of cream cheese, room temperature, very soft, 2 tablespoons of butter, half a cup of confectioner sugar, powdered sugar. Then I'm gonna use some heavy whipping cream. So let's go ahead and see how well half a cup of powdered sugar does. I think it'll be just fine. And I got a teaspoon of vanilla extract in here too. These are huge. And they're the flaky kind, not the regular buns. So you may want to just slice, you know, little squares. If there's a lot of guys getting ready to eat, because there's only 8 of them. So you whip that up really well. Okay. Yep. Just like I thought. A half a cup of powdered sugar is just right. Perfect. So then you put in some heavy whipping cream. And you get to mixing again. Until you get the consistency that you want on your sweet buns. Okay, just like that. Let me tell you, this chantilly icing, all it needed was for the heavy whipping cream to be peaked. Mixed and peaked. Alright. It's a little bit more. Because we want to be able to pour it. I'm going to pour the rest of that. I think that was about half a cup. Can't cook without making a mess. Really. So, let me tell you something. Before I start this video, I was getting everything ready and I went to move my camera and knocked my coffee cup, the tall one, all over the counter. Oh my God, I had to move everything, wipe everything, wash everything down, wipe everything down. It was a mess. But I made it through. Took a deep breath. I said, God, you're with me on this one. And kept going until I got it all cleaned up and back on track with the recipe. Because I'll tell you what, I almost felt like giving up and just like, what the heck with it. You know, I'll make this another day. But I promised Hepster I would make them for his friends. Oh, co-workers, not friends. So this is the consistency that I like, just like that. Nice and creamy, not too thick. That you could spread. It is delicious. We're almost up to temp. I'll bring you back. Okay, so time's up. Let's take a look at these babies. Might need another 5 minutes or so. No, they look fine. They look baked just right. Those are my personal ones. And then here's the tray. These look beautiful. Hey. Yes. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to wait till that cools down. And then we'll put the icing. So I'm going to put it on a rack. Okay. So it'll cool faster. All right. I'll be back. All right, well, they've cooled down. It's been 30 minutes. They're still warm, but I believe they're cool enough to put the icing on. I said in. So let's go ahead and get this a little spin there. And you put this on as thick or as thin as you like. Then you could top it with nuts, with some more cinnamon, or just a sprinkle of brown sugar. Yeah. All right, so this is it, folks. Apple cinnamon sweet buns. That's it. Look at that gooiness. Isn't that yummy looking? Ah, apples. Oh my goodness. So gooey, ooey, delicious. Listen, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Okay? There won't be a plate presentation on this. Well, maybe I can with mine over there. I'll do that. But I was going to say there won't be one because this is going to help us work. But I'll go ahead and ice mine and plate mine just for you guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. The dough is tacky. A little bit too hard to work with, but workable. Just use oil on your hands, water, or if you like flour, just very little to be able to manage the dough. And use your bench scraper. If you use your bench scraper, you'll be able to manipulate that dough. And it doesn't roll. It's not a cinnamon bun or a cinnamon roll. So it doesn't roll like a cinnamon roll does. This is a bun, like a bun cake. B-U-N. You know, those bread fruit-filled, like Danish kind of thing. That's what this is. Okay, this is more like that. It's called sweet buns. But I made it an apple cinnamon sweet bun. A glazed apple cinnamon sweet bun. But you all make yourself some. The recipe is easy. It just takes 2 hours. That's the longest thing. The proofing. And but actually the ingredients, simple ingredients. Everybody has them around the house. Nothing major. And you know, you get creative with it. You fill it with whatever fruit you want. Okay, so anyway, I'll take a pic of the final plate presentation and post it on this video. In the meantime, you all give me a thumbs up, will you? It helps a lot. And go ahead and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button over to the right. Go ahead and turn on that notification bell. Okay, if you do, you'll be notified every time I upload a new recipe. In the meantime, you all take care of yourselves and one another. God bless you. Bye. Okay, guys, here's the final plate presentation. Look at all that goodness in there. I'm going to break it apart in just a second. All right, let me put this down. And I'll show you how soft this dough is and fruity. Okay. It's going to turn you around this way. Here we go. All right, without burning my hands, I'm going to use these. Remember, this it's still hot inside. You know, fruit takes a while to cool down. But maybe if I lift it up this way. Oh, look at that. I'm going to, see, look. Oh, that's how soft it is. I told you. All right, those need to be washed now. I'm going to eat this part. So flaky. Let me tell you. The outside is crispy. And the inside, look at this. Look how flaky it is. You see that? Look at that. Oh my God. So good. You guys make yourself some. I'm making a pig out of myself. And until the next one,